If you're having suicidal thoughts or feelings or feel like you have no hope, please call 988. There, you can talk to someone who not only cares about your story, but cares about you. Please reach out today. Thomas P. Murphy once said, "Minutes are worth more than money. Spend them wisely." At Minutes Wisely, we take that to heart. Our mission is to decrease veteran suicide by providing life-changing experiences for veterans, first responders, and Gold Star families. We believe that we can make a lasting impact by rekindling a sense of purpose and fostering community through sponsored tickets to sporting events. These experiences are not just about the game, they're about the moments that can change lives. A simple sporting event can boost joy and instill a sense of renewed hope and purpose for those who have served. Join us in making a difference, become a moment maker, and empower a veteran with rediscovered hope. Visit minuteswisely.com for more information and to get involved. Together, we can make every moment count.
Welcome back to another episode of TSP. How y'all doing?
Hey guys, that was great, man. I'm pumped up again. That as soon as I hear those afterburners go, man, it's just rock on. Let's go.
Yeah, it does kind of sound like an F-14, so yeah, it kind of gets me going as well.
Fleek, is that an F-14?
I don't know which one
it
was. I don't know. I just grabbed a sound bite and stuck it on there.
Okay.
But yeah, speaking of F-14s, I'll age myself right now. Top Gun was filmed on USS Carl Vinson when I was there. Two of my friends are in the movie.
Is it on?
Right now?
Are you watching it right now?
No, I'm got a baseball game on right now.
Okay.
But anyways, so without getting political here, apparently Jeffrey Epstein did not have a list.
Oh God, man, this is all over Facebook, and I'm like,
yeah, it's very disappointing, but whatever.
So for the entertainment value, that would have been nice to see. Just to see everybody, the big shit show that would have caused.
Yeah,
I'd love it.
I wanted to see the rats scurrying around like,
"You're going to prison. You're going to prison. You're going to prison. And you're going to prison."
Yeah. So apparently they're gonna sit on it. But then that is he gonna let his girlfriend out of prison then? Like she's sitting there for some reason, right? Like that doesn't make any sense.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Right. Whatever. So I have some big things coming up in Minutes Wisely.
Yeah.
I've been in contact with the DJ's family, the little guy that was at the State of the Union. We're going to do something super badass for him. I've been talking to his dad and his scheduler. The little 12-year-old kid literally has a team of people that works for him now. Yes. People from all over the country have been calling him, trying to get him to come in. But I almost got him locked down. I'm very close. I'm supposed to wrap it up tomorrow. As soon as it does, I'm going to push it out to the masses because this is going to be a very expensive trip for them. So we're putting the nonprofit to use, and I'm going to be begging people for money. But it's going to be awesome. I'm super excited about this.
That's great, man.
Yes.
Yeah, outstanding.
Yeah, so I'm going to bring him.
Is it going to be in Murfreesboro, or is it going to be in Nashville?
No.
Where's it going to be?
I'm taking him to my hometown, Dearborn, Michigan, and I'm going to get him sworn in up there.
Sweet.
Yes, have a meet and greet.
I will drive up there with you. Okay.
Well, I'm probably going to fly because it's going to be a quick weekend. But I already told the family lives in Houston, Texas, the DJ and his father. So as soon as they give me the go-ahead, I'm going to buy tickets for them to fly from Houston to Detroit. And I already told them that this, if this goes down, they won't have to worry about anything. I got their plane tickets. I will personally be in Detroit, and I will chauffeur them around wherever they go. I'll pick them up at the airport, take them to our hotel, and I'm actually going to take them to a Detroit Lions game also. and hopefully get. I have a friend who is a retired Dearborn police chief, so I'm going to reach out to him, try to get him to swear this young man into the Dearborn Police Department.
Dude,
I
you
have
get
no,
that.
I,
You
I have
get
it all
those
lined up.
dates. You let me know, man, because I will fly up with you, man. I want to be your
It's
side
gonna
piece, man. I want to be your +1.
it's going to be pretty dope. So I'm pretty excited about it. I talked to the family today again for like the third time this week, and we got I think the weekend lockdown. They're just gonna check one other thing, and hopefully tomorrow they'll be on the schedule, and
All
then
right, good to
it's
go.
go time. So I'm super excited.
Sweet, man. That's awesome. Good job.
Yeah. So there's some other things in the books here.
You got the
Here in
Corporal
Murfreesboro.
Diaz golf tournament on September 11th.
September 11th, Corporal Diaz Memorial Golf Tournament. I found that one of my friends who lives here in Murfreesboro over in Blackman area, he has a neighbor that's in the Army, probably the Guard, I would assume, but he has a son that has a brain tumor. So I'm going to do a big fundraiser for him also, and probably like adopt him for Christmas and just buy him whatever the hell he wants.
It's good.
So that's kind of what my nonprofit does. We support veterans, first responders, and Gold Star family members, and it's extremely rewarding. And it turns out DJ, not only I was going to take him as a first responder because it's veterans and first responders. After I talked to his father is actually a flat top sailor also. So this would be sick, and I get to hang out with a brethren, right?
That's cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So, Mr. Andrew, I'm sure you have some Ton Tavern news.
It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be quick. I don't want to I don't want to kill it, but it would behoove all of you who are Marines, Freemasons, and sailors, and Scottish descent, St. Andrew's Society. If you're Irish, Sons and Daughters of St. Patrick. If you're any of these, you need to sign up for the Ton Tavern, 1775 Club. It's $17.75 a month, or you can pay $213 and be a Ton Life member for $230. I don't know what life membership is around that you can get for $213. VFW, I mean, you have to be 90 to get like $213. Okay. Freemasons, that's like $2,000. American Legion, unbelievably, $1,500.
Yeah, thousands of dollars also. Yeah.
VFW, I mean, all of these life memberships are like crazy expensive. To be I'm a life member of the Ton Tavern, where the Navy started, where the Marine Corps started, which, by the way, the Navy started October 13th, 1775, on the second floor of that building. And then the cousins, we came around on November 10th. I know we saw the Navy, we're like, damn, we need to protect y'all. You need to swear us in the Second Continental Congress. We need to protect the Navy. And so they answered our prayers, and then we were born in a bar, which was a Freemason lodge before it was a bar. It was an eatery and a Freemason lodge. So if you're any of those things, sign up for the 1775 Club, please.
So I think
I know Rich has.
The American Legion's like $80 a month for 12 months.
Dude, no.
Well, for my age.
Oh, for you.
It's different for different levels.
Oh yeah, for me it was $165 a month for a year. Yeah. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, well, I'm old as shit.
and VFW, I mean, yeah, I am a Gold Life member, but I got Life membership back in 2017. I got the Gold. It took like 3 years to get Gold, and that's where I am. I am no longer.
You know who the newest legacy member is?
Who?
Jerry Stewart. The Post
Jerry!
The Post bought it for him for doing the air show.
How do you? Oh, for doing that, and I did the air show, and I didn't get shit for it. Okay, you're welcome. But I did find out how much money we raised for Ton Tavern at the air show in Smyrna. We raised about $670 to $700. Not bad, but it's ice cream and water. Now, the other post, which will remain nameless, they had a
Don't be
beer
like
tent.
that. Give them
They
give 'em a
probably
shout
raised
out.
a bunch of money.
Don't be like that. Give them a shout out.
All right. Hey, 45.75.
Yes,
Nice
there you
job,
go.
guys. They
There you
probably
go.
made, I don't know, $1,200 selling beer. I don't know. I've never done the beer tent.
I know the
I want to.
American Legion made $2,000.
Oh, dude.
They were complaining about that.
Dude, there is one group in there, and they're all like together, right? They have 13 different booths, and all the money goes into one place and gets divided out. That first day, they made that whole like 13 booths made $60,000, and from there, they just pass it on to Marine Corps League, to American Legion, to this, to this, to this. We need to get multiple booths, like a ton booth, a Minutes Wisely booth, a VFW booth. Well, they already have one.
Well, the problem is you got to find people to man these booths.
You do. And
Nobody
I
wants
tried.
to volunteer these days.
Dude, yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, Rich and I, all three of us, we've all been, okay, Rich, you were a commander of a post, right?
I was a couple years.
You were a commander.
It's brutal.
He was a commander 3 times. I was a commander twice. I was a district commander. You were a district commander.
It's wrapped up my ear. Yeah.
It's a rough life. It's tough
not for me.
I resigned in February because of family stuff and other stuff, and I couldn't even get through district for a year. But it's my family was more important. I'm sorry, VFW Tennessee. I am sorry. Okay. But from where I got to take care of my family, the MOPH, and
yes,
the Ton Tavern.
Family
first.
Wisely. That's my that's what I always say. Family first.
Family first.
My nonprofit. Anybody that calls me, if I have something planned, somebody calls me up and says, "Hey, I can't do that. I got to do this, and this with my family." I always tell them, "Hey,
go ahead.
Family first, man. Take care of your family first."
But
if you don't have family, we ain't got shit, man.
Yeah, that's right. But without that's it for me. I don't have that. I'll have a couple more announcements tomorrow when we do. We have we have 11 or 12 podcasts this month, so it's just
a lot.
It's a lot. So without further ado, I want to introduce Rich Possert, past district commander, past commander VFW, past Irreverent Warrior Jacksonville host, which, dude, I met him probably 4 or 5 years ago. When was that? 2020, 2021?
That 2020.
Okay. So COVID. 5 years ago.
5 years, yep.
This guy basically sponsored the IW hike, which is Irreverent Warriors, which they do suicide hikes all over the nation, all over the world. I mean, they've got Germany, they did it in Vegas, in Freakville, which it was an amazing hike. I was a big guy back then. Like, I saw pictures, like in my memories, I had this little Marine Corps League cap on, this really fat head, and I was pushing like 260. I was a big dude.
So you're built like me right now.
I was. I'm 200 pounds right now. I've lost a lot of weight since then, but it was the most amazing hike I've ever. I mean, I've been to a lot of hikes. 21 is my number, and that hike was amazing. And we had the hike, and then we had the party at Rich's post, and your post is located where again?
Down in Jacksonville Beach.
Now, Jack's Beach, which is funny because when I lived in Jacksonville, I was a member of the American Legion on Jack's Beach.
129.
129. The friendliest post on the beach. Dude, I love going there. I drank there.
Is it literally right on the beach?
It's like
4 blocks. 4
blocks away.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's
easily within walking distance.
Oh my! It was amazing. I never joined your VFW, but I do remember joining the American Legion, and I drank there A lot. Now there's a VFW in San Marco, right?
So no VFWs down in San Marco.
Yeah.
We got 11 posts in Northeast Florida. Jax has a few, but Jax Beach, I like to tell folks I am a little bit biased, but we just 5 years All-American in a row. That's not very common. Usually you do one or two or one and then skip a couple years because the membership is what is difficult about it.
We had 3 in a row.
Dude.
That's our claim to fame. We didn't get 5.
We could have if they didn't close the post.
Yeah, I know. If you guys didn't merge, we could have won 4th this year. But whatever.
Just saying.
But
just saying.
But no, it's that event, Irreverent Warriors. Ironically, it's almost like we planned this, right? This Friday, we're having a FAFO. Right, it's our
look around to find out.
Friends and
no,
friends and family night out. They're politically correct,
Sorry,
So
Anna, I'm sorry. I know it's friends. It's not the other thing. Sorry, Anna.
Well, no, I mean FAFO. That is honestly the same acronym, and that's knowing IW and the dark humor that we.
We love.
Amazingly love and use ourselves. That's kind of the shtick to it. FAFO, first thing everyone thinks about is exactly what you said.
My brain just went right there. I was like, oh, okay.
Yep. But
no, Rich is a mover and a shaker of Northeast Florida, and I'm happy to have you. We're happy to have you, and it's your show, man. Take it away.
Well, thanks for having me on, guys. It's crazy. We got 3 dicks in one show. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I'm like, my goodness, man. But no, it's enjoyed listening to the show. Glad to be on it. I'm proud to be in this veteran community. We really, I brag on Northeast Florida quite a bit. There's a reason why I stayed here when I retired from the Mayport Mafia, and a lot of it has to do with just the amount of veteran support, community that we have down here, which I'll get into. So a little bit about myself. I grew up in Northeast Ohio in the Rust Belt.
God, you didn't have to say that.
Hey, man, listen. I mean, you're a Lions fan, I take it, and we're not going to talk college yet because we both got bragging rights. But, Youngstown, Detroit, we took it right in the keister, all of us, and, that was really one of the biggest reasons. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my home state, love to go back and visit, but, steel mills got shut down. There just wasn't a lot going on there jobs wise. And, for me coming out of high school, little tiny high school called Hubbard High School, just north of Youngstown, right off of I-80 heading over into PA. Just wasn't a lot going on. Didn't trust, trying to do the whole college thing. So I joined, I was a depper between the junior and senior year. Went in, I just knew it. I knew I was going to do it. I was like,
Same.
I just kind of went into each of the recruiter's office and said, what's my opportunities to travel? Because I wanted to go. I just wanted to go check stuff out. I didn't care about really anything else at that point. Just want to see more than just suburbia, which is what I had been growing up with, right? So yeah, the Navy guy was the best salesman of the group. He gave me the lowdown on all the stuff that we'd end up going to see, so I went with them, and left summer of '94, and went through Great Lakes. Yeah, I knew you guys were going to enjoy that. Listening to a couple of shows, I'm definitely a boot compared to Top Gun over here.
Whoa! I'm 2004. Okay.
Well, you heard Top Gun. The flat top sailor.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a boot to both you guys.
You're just a puppy.
I'm a puppy.
Everybody is a boot. Even Chesty was a boot at some point.
Yeah.
Okay. Even Chesty was a boot. All right.
Chesty was a boot. I can't believe he was a boot to someone because that guy's got to be like an animal.
Yeah.
So yeah, went to Great Mistakes. Going there, we were in '94. They had just shut down the female boot camp down in
Orlando. Yep.
So we had our graduating group. We had the first integrated female and male boot camp cadre when we were going through in 1994. So, it's interesting to kind of see just how the change was going with that. And I went into the advanced electronic field, so fire control. I was a fire controlman. I tried to become a weather guesser. I didn't really care about flat tops or small ships, tin cans, or any of that. I wanted to be a weatherman. My hometown was hit by the furthest east F5 in the history of the United States.
Wow.
May 31st, 1985, in case you want to look it up. But, so I was a weather dork. I still kind of am a little bit of a weather dork, but, I wanted to be what they call an AG, an areographer's mate, and a detailer just would make it happen. I have a feeling it was because of my ASVAB score, but we'll leave that be.
Do you remember what you got?
I think it was like a 9. My AFTQ was like 93 or 94, something like that. It's been a minute, so, a couple brain cells gone.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Nonetheless, went to FCA school, and much like the guinea pig in boot camp, we were going through a big change in how they did the advanced electronic field. So we went from something that they called BEE and created something called Tech Core. And so we were the pilot course. And so our curriculum got stopped like 4 times. They put us on like a week of up in Great Lakes as well.
Great Lakes still, yeah.
Yeah. Great Lakes from 94 to 95. I want to say, I went to boot camp in July. Winter of 94, it got down to like 30, 40 below.
Oof.
The next summer when I was in A school there still, it was like 115 degrees. They had so many people that were passing away from heat-related stuff in Chicago. They were using refrigerated trucks to use as temporary morgues.
Lots of them.
So you got to do like both ends of the spectrum with the weather there. So I was like, man.
Yeah.
But I got lucky. My first, school after A school up in Great Lakes was out in Fleet Combat Training Center Pacific out in San Diego, where I got to enjoy a lot of Tijuana. You could drink on board the base when you were 18. You could drink beer. So, they did that, I think, to try to get us from going to Tijuana. But, we didn't. We still went. So lots of fun times down in TJ. Lots of burritos the size of my forearm, at Adalberto's and Santana's for my my San Diego sailors out there. Like, man, how good are those?
Did you go to any donkey shows?
No, I'll be honest with you. I do remember 49-cent Coronas and going to some of the places where the waitresses would grab you by the chin and tip you back and pour a bunch of tequila down your gullet.
49-cent Coronas.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, needless to say, there was plenty of nights that a lot of us were taking the trolley to go back to base. So a lot of that was a blur, but from there, made it to the fleet. I was a tin can sailor based upon being a fire controlman and with that a Tomahawk missile. That was my weapon system was Tomahawk weapons control system. Probably the most common or high vis weapon that the Navy uses even now. Besides having the B-2s drop some stuff and the Moabs and all that, Tomahawks are still flying. So, very proud of my Bubbas for doing a great job over there and dropping some stuff on the Iranians that were trying to do some nuclear stuff. So, hooked them up with a little bit of T-LAM stuff, man. So, very proud Papa moment. I went actually to the East Coast from Sea School and was pre-commissioning a destroyer out there, the USS Gonzales. Got snatched from there to taken on to the USS Ramage due to some manning issues. And when I went to the Ramage, I was a boot and went right on a deployment. My first underway was for a Hurricane Sortie. And needless to say, that was quite a shock and awe for my system. First underway in the Navy, we're hitting 30-foot waves, probably 40-foot swells. It was spicy. I yacked like there was no tomorrow. But honestly, after that underway, never got seasick ever again. That was the last time. So yeah, did a few years on the Ramage, 2 deployments with her. Those were fun because that was when first one was Bosnia. Got to go up into the Adriatic Sea for both of those deployments. So first one was
Whoa.
to go off the coast of Bosnia, lob some 5-inch rounds, do some circles, and it was also a Liberty cruise. So we would go up to the area, do some ops, and then go hit a Liberty port, go to Bari, go to Naples, La Spezia. They would play Pink Floyd Money every time we'd cross the tax-free line, and then we would go to our next Liberty port, and then come back up, do a couple more ops, go hit
That's
another Liberty
awesome.
port. So man, let me tell you, and then as if I didn't get enough of that, my second deployment was in 99, 2000, and that one was a Kosovo deployment. Almost identical in nature. Lots of Tomahawk, lots of standing by, waiting to see if we're going to get tasked to do some stuff, whether we're going to shoot or not shoot, whatever it may be. We go up to get the tax free, do a couple ops, go hit a Liberty port. And these are back in the late 90s, pre 9/11, when Liberty was a thing. I mean, you were hitting 14 to 17 Liberty ports on a deployment. It's fantastic. I mean, you were broke, but man,
I
like you
think
just
that's
had.
the advantage of being a tin can sailor, because the bigger ships, we didn't get that privilege.
You guys got the good ports though.
Yeah, we got some fantastic ports.
Yep. So,
I had
but
8 good ones. Dubai twice. That was cool as shit. Wait, did you guys go to Malta?
absolutely went to Malta multiple times.
Dude, Malta.
Very
Dude,
cool
that
little
beer,
joint.
it tastes weird, but it's good. It just tastes weird.
Yeah, for me, I at about that point I started to become a little. The 49-cent Coronas when I was a young pup. I just really couldn't do them when I started to get a little beer
Chisk.
snobby.
Oh, Chisk.
So some of those beers I really really enjoyed. But the Med was my partying ground for those pre 9/11 days. And that tin can life was great. I went from being the tin can guy, sailor on the Ramage, which we were commissioned up in Boston, so we got to go up to Boston quite a bit too.
Hey, Rich, well, this is a question for both you Navy people. Why do you call it, for our viewers and for me, why do you call it, what's a tin can sailor? Can you extrapolate on that?
Absolutely. So you'll hear your carrier sailors, flat top Navy, big Navy, your destroyers, your frigates,
Okay.
even cruisers, can be called like tin cans. They're a lot
Okay.
smaller. They handle heavy seas a lot more interesting. Go
Yes.
YouTube, Navy destroyer, high seas. Just do it, and you'll see how fun the ride was. I mean, there'll be times where you're the young dumb sailor, and you go up to what we call the forecastle, and
The forecast, yeah, the one in the front. Yeah.
yep, you'd be able to wait and time it right, and be able to jump 20 feet, and like hang on to a ladder well or a deck or something like that, and then time it so you drop yourself on a swell and only fall just a couple feet. It's the weirdest thing to watch,
What?
and then there's times when you're taking the waves. You've seen the Michael Jackson thing where the dude's like
Oh,
leaning
yeah.
forward effortlessly. Yeah,
Oh,
we don't
yeah.
people
Smooth
walking
criminal. That's
down.
right.
Yeah, people walking down the
Yeah,
passageways.
walking on
Crooked.
bulkheads.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I will say, we hit some pretty bad storms. I'm a flat top sailor, and I remember vividly looking down and watching you tin cans literally engulfed in water and pop back up. Wave would hit them again and be gone. Pop back up, and I'm just like, holy shit! I'm so freaking happy right now.
And let me tell you the feeling when you're on one of those and it's doing it. It's programmable. Like I can tell you, an early Burke class destroyer, guided missile destroyer, DDG, there is this dip, this heaviness, and it pulls you. You feel everything getting pulled down, and then you get really light, and
Yeah.
you like have this little shimmy, and then you get pulled down again, and it's the weirdest feeling. Being on the bridge of one of those when we have green water over the deck, that is probably one of the coolest things that you'll ever see, happen. And I can only imagine what it looks like from the other side, because for us on the ship, it was so cool. It was so cool to see that, and just to know that we were making it through it.
We had waves breaking the flight deck. That's over 100 feet in the air, so I couldn't imagine what it was like for you guys, man.
Oh yeah, I mean there was times we were catching rolls. If you would like sneak your head out the we call it a break, the little passageways on the sides of the ship on a guided missile destroyer on Arleigh Burke class, where if you come out that break and you hit a swell just right on a dip, I could touch the water the swell that's coming up toward the side of the ship.
No way.
Yeah, it's just crazy. But needless to say, you ever go down, you better secure for sea. You better tie everything down, because you find out really quick who didn't secure for sea when you see stuff flying all over the place, or you hear it in the compartment above you, shit rolling around the deck and everything like that. You're like, oh, didn't secure for sea. Good job, shipmates.
I take it you're a shellback, Rich?
Yep. Shellback.
Shellback. All right.
Blue nose as well. You're a
blue nose.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
How was that water? Was it cold?
Yeah. Off the coast of Norway, dude. You can't imagine how cold it is up there. Like it's insane. We did a good half of my last deployment up in that area.
Jesus.
So once I left the Ramage, I thought I was going to take it easy. I went to a fleet staff, right? Thinking this is going to be like shore duty. I don't need to go be an instructor. I'm going to go to a fleet staff where I can be in Commander Second Fleet Staff. People used to call the USS Mount Whitney at the time. They used to call it Building 20. And you spent half your time on Building 20, and then you spent half your time in a building ashore whenever Mount Whitney was getting work done in the yards or getting, her maintenance done, right? Yeah, no, that's not how it went. We had an admiral that was, I want to say it was Admiral Mullen, became Second Fleet Admiral, eventual CNO.
Yeah.
He loved underways. And, soon thereafter, I reported to Commander Second Fleet Staff. 9/11 happened. Actually happened while I was on leave up in Ohio. I was up there, and that was probably one of the most interesting things. Had a long night out the night before, and I still remember this day waking up, getting a phone call, from my parents saying, "Hey, turn on the TV. Got to turn on the TV. Something's happening." And I'm thinking that they're fucking with me, because I didn't get home until like 6 a.m. on that morning. So I'm thinking they're fucking with me. Turn on the TV, and you guys remember what was going on, and it was like, holy shit. Called my chain of command, said, "Hey, what do you guys want me to do?" I said, "Hey, hang tight for the next couple of days, because it's going to be crazy traffic. We're probably going to be getting underway, so just stand by." Probably one of the most tense times I had, just wondering what was going to be next. So, I came down, went back to the Mount Whitney and Second Fleet, and we did a lot of operations with the Mount Whitney, with Second Fleet, coordinated a lot of stuff, working in the maritime ops, dealing with a lot of our ships going on patrols. Thankfully nothing happened off our coast after that, but we were definitely on high alert. You got to remember, the USS Coal bombing was just a year prior.
Yep.
In October the previous year. So, I mean, I was a duty gunner's mate on the Ramage at that point. And so, I mean, these things starting to trend up, and, ATFP, force protection, anti-terrorism, your radar is constantly going. And 9/11 just took it to a whole new level. So soon after that, we started to do a lot of planning, a lot of operations. And my first time I really had a lot of interesting stuff happen was while I was attached to Second Fleet Staff. I was sent temporary duty in 2003 to the they call it a Commander Strike Group, or at the time Commander Carrier Group 4 staff. They are the training East Coast training Carrier Strike Group staff that goes aboard during the fleet workups for deployment to do advanced level training and so on and so forth. So I was sent there. They call it Comp 2X.
Comp 2X.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that. Comp 2X.
Yep,
yeah.
That's our big fleet exercise that we start up, and usually we go from a Comp 2X to a JTFX, where it's more joint, and then we deploy. Well, this was working up to do the opening salvos of OIF. So me being a Tomahawk guy, I was working they flew me out on a COD, a C2, to the Teddy Roosevelt during the Teddy Roosevelt Strike Group's Comp 2X. We did nothing but Tomahawk exercises 3-4 times a day, going through the strike packages, mission packages again and again and again every day during Comp 2X. We shifted straight from Comp 2X to Transland, kept doing those exercises. We were getting it down to a science. Got into the med, in shop to the med, went across the entire med. Again, multiple exercises per day. We ended up in the Red Sea. And I was told that you've done a great job. We got it from here. They sent me to Bahrain via a SH-60, flew me home, and they put me on like a week's leave just for my time spent for the last 3 months with the TR and her ships. And I turn on the news a couple days later, and opening salvos OIF. I could see in action the training that we've been doing and what it led to. 240, 260, 270 something TLAMs coming into Iraq. So that's some pretty cool shit to see kind of going on. You had a part with. Now I know I wasn't the guy pressing the buttons or giving the orders at the time, but it was cool to know that we trained them kids to do their thing, and they did it. So. So that was fun, and then I got to play with the Marines a little bit the following year. We got to I was sent again temporary duty. I was kind of like the guy they sent to go do the fun stuff with folks. So
22nd MEU or 26?
22nd. Yeah, 22nd MEU. Yeah, man. Yep. Deployed. I was sent to Fibron 4. And Fibron 4 and MEU-22, we joined to form ESG-2. So at that time, we had an ESG-1 on the Pacific side out of San Diego that was made up of your West Coast Marines and
31st and 11th.
Yeah, that's right. And they formed ESG-1. Now, ESG-1 was an alternating star billet for the leader. It would go from admiral to general, right? East Coast, ESG-2, we had dual-hatted, so you had two birds. So you had a colonel and you had a captain.
MEU commander, and then,
That's right. And so my job with them was to train Tomahawks. I was working with a small Navy team and a group of the folks in the fire cell, and we worked to see if we could do carrier-level Tomahawk operations with an ESG. So we got to do a lot of 9-line call for fires. We were bringing in the Block 4 Tomahawks into the fleet and doing some testing and a whole bunch of software upgrades with the system and just kind of more guinea pig stuff. But
what year was that? 2004?
2004. Yep. Deployed on the USS Wasp. And deploying with Marines for someone that was tin can guy and doing the green and blue stuff, it was interesting. Needless to say, nonstop ribbing between us squids and jarheads.
Oh, yeah.
Rich, 3 years after that date, you were on the Wasp, right? 3 years to that date, I was on the USS Kearsarge, 22nd MEU. Now what was your battle group? What ships were in that MEU?
Let's see. So
you remember?
The lead, the MEU. So we had the Wasp was our ship that we rode. That was the flagship, if you will, that carried the ESG. But then we had the USS McFall as one of the tin cans. I'm trying to think of who the other one might have been, the Churchill.
Okay.
But let's see, the
Did
LSD that we had. Now
did
you're
y'all
going to be
have a
flexing
sub?
me.
Did y'all have a sub go out in front?
We probably had one sub,
Okay.
and I'd like to say maybe it was the Boise. I'd have to go back through my mental Rolodex to remember. But one sub, two destroyers, and a couple amphibs, LPD, obviously
LHDs.
LHD,
Yeah.
and LSD. So, but
See, I can
yeah.
speak that language because I was on it for 7 months.
I mean, it was a different type of deployment. It wasn't one that I was used to, but just getting to try new things. Came home, got to go up and brief the CNO up in DC. Spent some
What?
time up in Crystal City. That was fun, just to kind of explain to him, give him some death by PowerPoint about how good some things went, how not so good some things
Death
went,
by
and
God,
never
I haven't heard
happens.
that in like forever. Oh my God.
So.
Did they give you PowerPoints every stop you made, like Rhoda or like Dubai or Malta, like all the customs, the courtesies, like don't do this to an Arabic guy, don't
So
like don't like
that's
don't lift your foot because don't show the Arabic guy the soles of your feet.
yeah, that's Liberty Briefs.
Yeah, Liberty.
That's
Yeah.
every ship that I've been on, no matter what size, shape, what they do. Liberty ports, any Liberty port you were going in, you had a Liberty brief before you hit the beach. So common occurrence. And I
Vi-
mean, we even told our Marines what to do and what not to do. And usually, what we told them what not to do is what they would do. So you think
Oh,
we would learn from that and tell them
oh
what
no,
to do so that they wouldn't do it.
Rich, you're totally right because every port we went to, somebody got in trouble. We had 3 guys in Dubai
Oh yeah.
that called a royal the C word and gave her the finger.
Whoops.
Those 3 guys were in jail in Dubai for 8 months.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But every port we stopped at, we couldn't even go to Bahrain because somebody fucked it up for us. So we weren't even allowed to go to Bahrain. We were supposed to, and we had to go to Dubai a second time because we couldn't go to Bahrain.
Yeah, you really screwed the pooch on that one because
And I
Bahrain,
think
everybody goes there.
it was an officer. There was some kind of a fight in Bahrain, and so we weren't allowed to go because we were messed up. We ruined vehicles and cars in Malta. And it wasn't the enlisted guys. It was the other guys that blamed it on us.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
that's
messed up, right?
brutal. That's brutal. That's brutal now. But we the Liberty, I can tell you though, big change, looking at deployments post 9/11 to deployments that were pre 9/11. Post 9/11, your port visits were typically places where you were going to get work done. You were going to
Ooh.
Augusta Bay to get more weapons unloaded. You were going, to Naples or, somewhere to get, work done on you, a little mini availability to get your stuff working optimally as you're, getting set up to go there. But you're not hitting a lot of Liberty ports, and that became the norm. And the kids that are deployed right now, their operations are so much different and so much more aggressive than stuff that we were used to when we were in. And the liberty that they're getting to do is so much less than what we got to do. So I give a lot of kudos to the kids that are serving right now. I know a lot of folks that get off my lawn crew like to give them some of the flack for, oh, you guys are soft or whatever, but they're dealing with shit that we never had to deal with. We had a lot of fun with our deployments. Yes, we did dumb shit like, haze each other in fan rooms for, when you got promoted, and they don't do that anymore. But let me tell you, the tactical stuff, yeah, I mean, they're bringing it, so. And I'll circle back to that big time as I'm getting close to the other side of stuff, into the civilian side.
Into what
But
you're doing now, because what I've seen, what I've gleaned, is that you are doing some amazing stuff down there. and then now you're coming up here, which I'll let you talk about that. But please tell us about Operation.
So, company that I work for is called Operation New Uniform. Operation New Uniform, we are a career readiness program that addresses the challenges of unemployment, underemployment, and just career transitions for folks that are making that transition from the military into the corporate or civilian sector. We are somebody that teaches folks the behaviors, the attitudes, and the techniques to make them successful when they're going out into the job market. I know personally that when I retired in 2017 after doing 23 years, I went through TAP class. All of us did, right? What did they give you? A couple of damn. And this is not a dig on TAP, but we know that TAP is limited in scope. It's limited in time, which is my biggest problem with it. It's not the program itself, because it is controlled by the government. There's a lot of, mandatory things that they have to put in it. But the one thing I don't think it addresses is the time. So we spend a time. Our classes are anywhere here in Jacksonville. We do them in person. They're 3 weeks long, and it's Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday. Graduate at our campus here in Jacksonville. We do one class a year in Tampa, Florida, for all the high-speed folks down in MacDill and the surrounding areas down there. We just worked with Fisher Investments to get some grant money to bring our course to Memphis, Tennessee next year. So we're expanding to Memphis to help out the Navy's HR hub up in Millington. We got a large cadre of sailors up there that I know that are personally going to be able to benefit from our program. I'm not just an instructor and the program manager for our in-person class, but I'm also an alumni. I went through it last year, and it just changed the entire way that I look at the entire transition process. It's really made me introspective, because before then, besides my own transition, a lot of my transition exposure from other veterans was through organizations such as the VFW or the Legion. It's great to be a part of this organization and be able to get this training, to these kids that are making that transition. And I'm excited to be a part of it. And I know we're going to be growing. I hope to get us out to more fleet concentration areas to make that transition a better thing.
Well, you bet. Hey, when you come to Tennessee, you got me, you got Fleek. If you need a place to stay, but I have to warn you, you are going to Memphis. It is very dangerous. So bring a gun, maybe a flak and Kevlar, and you'll be okay. Just kidding, Millington. You're not that bad. Collierville, you're great. Memphis, it's a little dicey. What about Nashville? What about Knoxville, Chattanooga? Are you going to start with Memphis and then move?
Yeah, and this is just, we're expanding into areas where we see there being some needs with folks that are large amounts of transitioning folks. Honestly, eventually my vision is to have, us have folks teaching, our curriculum in major fleet operational areas. Hampton Roads, that's a big one. San Antonio, large one down there. Obviously San Diego, Pac Northwest. I could go on and on with the different spots throughout the country that I'd love to have us do our stuff at.
Well, Rich, you picked Shelby County. You picked a good county, because Shelby County has the most veterans. It's between Davidson. I think Memphis has. I think Shelby County has more veterans than Davidson County, but it's real tight. I know it's like, I don't know, 50, 60,000 veterans in Shelby County. So you're starting off really well.
Yeah,
probably.
And that's the key. And that's we will be doing outreach up there in the Millington area, in the Memphis area. I'm down in Tampa all the time, at least once a month, doing some outreach. I'm going to have more folks coming onto my outreach team So we're going to be kind of going out, showing the flag, showing folks what we do, inviting folks in the business community. We don't just, do this stuff for these, our brothers and sisters getting out of the service. We're also looking to have community partners that want to be able to support these folks by either supporting our program financially, but more importantly, it's just as important that they're looking for exceptional folks that they want to hire. And they know that we're going to have so many folks come through our program, every year. And that is kind of a nice little cadre for them to pull from. We really want to showcase the military talent to the employers out there. We have
That's
a lot
cool.
of, solid companies, I can tell you in Jacksonville that are constantly, asking us, hey, what do you guys have? Who do you guys have in the HR field that's graduated from your program, the IT field, program management, so on and so forth, and on and on. So.
Dude, that's great. When you get to Millington, I definitely want to. Now, I'm retired. Now, I did sign up. You saw me. I put my stuff in, but I can't work. I mean, the VA has deemed me unemployable, which I am because I'm fucking crazy as shit. But I would like to sit. I am. I would like to sit through some of your classes, be it in Jacksonville, be it in Tennessee, wherever. Would that be something that, just so I could see what it's all about? I mean, is that something we could do?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And I would say, so what I'd love to have you at, so you could really see what our program does, is to come to a graduation or two.
Okay.
So when our class is in Memphis next year, or if you want to come down here to Jacksonville or Tampa for a graduation,
I will.
The graduations are where you hear from the participants' mouths, from the horse's mouth, what the training has done for them as far as adjusting their mindset, adjusting their trajectory of what they thought or didn't think of when they were coming to that point of transition.
Dude, I got an idea. I want to come to one of those graduations in Jacksonville because depending on how many there are, I want you to pick like the best. And then I will cook them dinner at my timeshare in St. Augustine. You'll take, it's like what? It's like 30 minutes to St. Augustine, maybe 45?
Yeah, about 30, 40 minutes, yeah.
We'll go there, and we have huge pool. The graduates can come, and I'll cook them dinner, and we'll do like a cookout for them at my timeshare, which is it's a golf village. That's where it is.
Okay.
What are you going to cook?
Golf village.
I'm going to cook burgers and dogs, man. I'm not going to do any. Maybe swordfish. I don't know. Swordfish, burgers, and dogs, and I'll have a.
So.
Yeah.
I could tell you the October class. We have an August class and an October class coming up. The October class, have you heard of Colonel Allen West?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's going to be our guest speaker for that graduation. Yep. Our guest speaker at the last class that just graduated in June was Jay Collins. You guys know Jay Collins?
No.
State senator, former Green Beret. He's an amputee.
Yep.
Gave a really great speech to the graduate. I mean, that is, we have some amazing partners that we work with. And honestly, that just shows you, I mean, we got some amazing people that are coming out of the service and coming into the corporate, work, it's just, it amazes me, the talent. It doesn't amaze me just because we were surrounded by each of us were for how many years. And veterans bring something to the table that nobody else brings.
Something special.
They bring a work ethic like nobody else. They bring a soul, not just a heart, but a soul for service. Think about the people that are right here, the three of us, the three dicks that are talking, and think about like what makes us tick. It's serving. And whether it's through the VFW, the ton,
servant leader,
Fleek,
servant leader.
Yeah. That's what we do. And servant leaders coming into this corporate workforce. I mean, I wish I could scream it to the rooftops that folks need to be hiring these folks, constantly, because this is the best talent that's out there.
Rich, and it's sign me up for October, man. I'll definitely be down there for that.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Hoo-yah. He said it. See? I heard it. He said hoo-yah.
I mean, I could have said like, what do you guys say? Kill? Is that
Yut,
the, I'm
rah,
trying to,
kill, and
rah,
oorah.
rah, yeah,
Yes, we use
yeah.
all those, all three of them. And then we're not like hooah, like the army. It's like hooah,
I
hooah.
actually found out that like supposedly means something.
I don't know what it means.
I'd have to Google real quick, but somebody told me that. Someone was like hua, and I was like heard, understood, or heard, acknowledge,
Wait,
understood. Hua.
hold on. Hold on.
I swear
I'll
it's
look
a
it up.
thing. And somebody told me that, and I was like, nah. Then I Googled it, and it was no shit. Heard, understood, acknowledge, or something like that. I was like, oh my God.
Are you sure it's not Haktua?
But
Heard,
no.
yeah.
Yeah.
One theory suggests hua evolved from the acronym HUA, Hak Tua, which stands for heard, understood, acknowledged. You know what? That's okay.
No.
We just say aye.
I, sir, no, sir, yes, sir, I, ma'am. I'm sorry. That's what I know. That's what Fleek knows. That's what Rich knows.
Yep. So, but no, you know,
Man, I love what you're doing, man. I really do.
I got involved. I appreciate you. Now, ONU, it became something. Just a little background on how I got involved with them. So, obviously, you know, I did 23 years. You know, after all the fun stuff post 9/11, you know, got back to the Navy, did a couple more tin can cruises, and you know, did a little training at a flow training group, Westpac. Got to live that Westpac life, Fleek. I'm jealous.
It was fun. You missed out.
Oh man, I was mostly an East Coast guy, but heard a lot and got to live that Westpac life a little bit, man. Whew, it's amazing. But came back stateside and got into the Mayport Mafia and spent some time on the USS the Sullivans. Amazing ship. She's deployed right now, doing God's work over in the Red Sea, just doing amazing things in the Eastern Med. You look at the ships that are doing a lot of the stuff, a lot of Mayport ships over there. So spent time with her. Really cool story with the Sullivans. I had to leave the Sullivans because my late wife had become terminal while we were doing our round the world deployment in 2008, and they sent me home on a HUMS humanitarian reassignment. And this is where I really got a feeling for the deep love and admiration that the Chiefs Mess has for the sailors. And as I was leaving the brow in Salalah, Oman, I got handed an envelope from the Command Master Chief, just a manila envelope. He said, don't open it here. Just wait till you're in the cab a little further down. This is just to help you. You know, and Godspeed, our prayers are with you. And I opened up the envelope in the cab, and there was $1,500 in there.
Oh.
They did a little pass the hat in the Chiefs Mess to help me, get back. And even after, my late wife passed away, the commanding officer of that ship, the Command Master Chief, sailors throughout, the ombudsman, they were all reaching out to me constantly. And I would say during that time when I was down so much up in Northeast Ohio, spending time with, my late wife and her family, as she was passing away, and then stayed up there. I wasn't really that good up here. People that took care of me, that I say saved my life, obviously was my church. I was with St. Patrick's Parish in Hubbard, Ohio. They were amazing. Got really involved with them, but that's where my first exposure to the VFW was. My uncle, Vietnam vet, and Hua, he was 101st Airborne, Vietnam, and a week after my late wife passed, his stepson was a Kiowa pilot, warrant officer to an Army, and was killed in a training accident in Hawaii, and is buried a couple plots down from my late wife. So we had funerals kind of back to back, weeks, and him and I, we had formed a nice little relationship, and he said, "Hey, come down to the V. I've seen your medals. I know you're eligible. Come on down." those folks, they were like my 20 uncles. Took me fishing, took me hunting, sat and drank with me, sat and cried with me, and just left an impact on me that said, you know what, we give a shit about you. And it left such an imprint on me that when I retired, I'm since remarried, have an amazing wife, have amazing kids, have just an amazing life. Thank God for that. But that was my calling to get into the veteran service community when I retired at 17. I felt a calling. I had to give back. I had to pay it forward because they saved my life. So I got involved. I went down to the VFW Post 3270 in Jax Beach. First meeting I go to, they just fired their kitchen staff. Everybody's MFing each other in the meeting. And I'm like, what the fuck have I gotten myself into?
Sounds
I'm just like, and I'm like, hey, I'll cook spaghetti dinners on Wednesdays. Fuck it. Everyone's looking at me like, who's this guy?
Volunteered yourself to do it? Oh, my God. See, that's a good one. He volunteers for stuff.
That's what got me nominated as a post commander within a month. And I'm like, y'all, I've never done this before. Why are you electing me commander?
Dude, you were, when I met you for the first time, dude, you were running that place like you had done it before for years. You were
I
doing
had great staff. I had a great, great mentor, Jim, my quartermaster, who he was the heavy lifter. He made me look good. Good leaders always have good people that make them look good.
That's the key position right there, the quartermaster.
Yes,
that's right. It is. Yep. He was the heartbeat, and I was taking advice. National convention in 19 was down in Orlando, so I got to kind of get a little cheat code there too. So
apparently, obviously now you're from Ohio, so you're definitely going to be in Columbus.
Oh yeah. I just found out I'll be All-American, so I got the All-American top, whatever, 10, 20, whatever it was, and I made it.
Did you get the invite to the All-American Commander Breakfast?
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make the breakfast because our ONU class starts August 13th.
Oh.
But I will go across the stage on Monday and get my cap.
You're an all-state, all-American commander. You're going to get that invite every single year. Fleet gets it. I got my first invite last year, and I keep on getting it. I go to OMS, and I'm like, oh, well, that message, it just doesn't go away. It keeps on reminding me. Now, I can't make it to Columbus, but it's pretty big year this year for the VFW, correct?
125th year.
125th.
Operations. 125th year.
But we have someone who's going to be a commander who is has different chromosomes than
installation of our first national commander in chief, who is a
our
female.
first female.
Yeah, Miss
Carol Whitmore.
Whitmore.
Hey, congratulations, Carol.
As a girl dad, I fully approve of this.
Same.
So
That's
I love
really
it.
cool.
I love it.
Awesome.
So I love to see. And I show my girls, look, you can do anything that you freaking want.
You can even drop bombs on Iran.
That's right. In a B-2.
Hey, and you know what? Hey, Fleek, you chased down the Russians in the Bering Strait, okay? I was hunting the Taliban.
In January.
Rich was dropping bombs on fucking everybody. I mean, Bosnia. Dude, that's cool, man, that you were in Bosnia. Like, I think I was in, like, high school when Bosnia, what was that, 94, you said?
95. That was 96, 97 we did that deployment.
Okay. Yeah, I was high school going into college. In Florida, by the way.
Yeah, that was me during the Gulf War, Desert Storm, Desert Shield. I was a freshman in high school. 91, yeah. I was freshman, sophomore.
I can't even. I want to see your rack. I really do. I want to see your rack. Like, I do.
No, you can't say that.
I mean, we're showing each other racks now.
No, no. You've got the
right place, right time. That's a lot of what my rack says. It's just right place, right time. I was lucky to be. Those are the dogs. That's awesome.
What'd you get out as? Did you get out as a chief?
Yeah, I got it as a chief, and honestly, I didn't know that I was going to make chief. To be honest with you, I was.
You guys are scary motherfuckers, okay?
Bro, I was the thick pond when I made chief. Okay, I was the first class petty officer of the Navy. I was 18 years. If you look at the chief results when they send the message out, they have little numbers by your name based upon seniority, how long you've been in the pay grade, and I was number 2. So I got paid literally the moment I got my anchors put on, I was paid. But that was one of them things where I found out when we were at Sea and Anchor leaving Russia up in the North Sea. I'm trying to think of the port, Severomorsk maybe. But we were leaving ports. We had just pulled into Russia. We were pulling out, and I was the anti-terrorism watch officer. So I strapped up M4, flak jacket, helmet, comms, all that stuff up on the bridge wing. And I get a tap on my shoulder from our gunner's mate chief. Said, "Hey, take your ass back to the armory, and I got some news for you." And I was like, Roger that. And I'm getting changed, going down to the armory, and I hear the captain come over 1MC, and I was like, holy shit. So, so I love it. I stayed engaged, and that's another thing, between ONU, staying involved with the V, and staying involved with this veterans community here in Northeast Florida. I did time as the Veterans Council Duval County chairman when I got to just get involved with a whole bunch of different folks here. There's so many opportunities to get involved in the veteran community. Marine Corps League, great group of guys. We have a solid debt down here. 059.
Which you can join. You can join the
man.
Marine Corps League because you were attached with the Marines. You can join the Marine Corps League. They
What an
just changed
amazing
that.
group. Yeah, they're so active in our community, and the VFWs, the Legions. We've done quite a few. The whole thing with the bringing IW was just, it was a complete happenstance. I almost can't believe it happened because I was stalking. Somebody was saying, "Hey, check this out," and they showed me an article from a post in Texas that did a silky cycle. I'm like, dude, how awesome would that be? Shit, how do I set it up? And I kind of just says like, it'd be a pipe dream. Well, the following year, I get reached out to by the folks from IW. Hey, well, you guys want to host a silky psych? Are you kidding me? Yeah. And I mean, good God. I mean, normal Friday night for us, we probably have a good 60, 70 people down at the post, older folks singing karaoke, it's fun. That first, oh my God, that first party, God.
That was huge.
We had one of my favorite stories of that. You had Charlie. This guy's a World War II merchant marine. You want to talk about a salty dog. And this guy loves to go up and sing like, Old Blue Eyes. And he's up there just a crooning, hey, my way. And it's just ripping it. And there's all these scantily clad female veterans, like in bikinis and tight shorts. And they're just, and he's just up there just soaking it. I was just like, this is great. This is awesome. I mean, so, this is our 5th year, and we've trimmed the fat a little bit, not doing quite as much. We got a couple of smaller hikes that we're doing this year, actually this coming weekend.
You've got one on the 12th, right?
Yep. And we have a family.
I'm signed up for it.
Nice. Gonna make the trip? I'll be there.
I am gonna try. If I can get my car in line, I will be leaving probably Friday afternoon. I'm not gonna be at the pre-party, but I will definitely. I haven't been to a hike in forever, and I was like,
this one's only 5K, so it's not the whole 9.5 miles. Like,
that's all right.
Ooh.
Hey, I could do a 5K like with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
But I've been walking a lot, and I do like 10 miles in 2 hours and 46 minutes. So,
dude, you're svelte. You're svelte now.
Just tell your guys, I'm going to be in the back of the hike, okay? Because you can only go 2 miles. Is it still 2 miles an hour?
It's roughly that. Listen, I'm living that 2 mile per
hour
life. You don't got to force me to do that. Let me tell you.
Well, I'll be in the rear. I'm covering the 6, okay, on the hike.
I'll cover it with you.
Okay, good to go. No, I'm gonna seriously try to make it because I haven't been to Jackson in forever, and I need to get down there anyway. But Rich, we're at an hour 9, which is this has been great. I need to ask you, pick a number between 1 and 10, please.
Number between 1 and 10.
Don't pick 7.
Go with.
Don't pick 7.
I'm gonna go with. 3.
Oh, I was going to say 3. Ooh.
Okay. 4. Your question is, can you tell us about a time when you witnessed extraordinary courage or camaraderie among your own comrades?
I
Be
kind
it
of sprung
be it
the beans
service,
on.
be it Navy service, be it IW. I mean, you get to pick.
I could come up with so many great stories, and each one of them would have equal weight. And it's I kind of hinted at the story with the Sullivans, and that's a great one. But that first Silky's hike that I went to, um, I'm not somebody who's seen some of the traumatic things that our brethren have seen, our brothers and sisters. I was very lucky. I only did a couple of tactical things. And my PTSD that I deal with is, a little bit different, I think, than a lot of other folks. But I know that there's a lot of folks that deal with it a lot. And mental health is something that we all take very seriously. And it was the thing that impressed me the most about Irreverent Warriors, about that group that came down there. When you see 350 veterans from Vietnam age, the Fogs. I don't know if you remember them, the fucking old guys. They were great. Yeah, there's a group they called themselves the Fogs. They wore little T-shirts with FOG on it, and but Vietnam, era, Marines, Desert Storm folks, post 9/11, the whole gamut. Iraq and Afghanistan vets. When you just saw so many different age groups combining into one body. And throughout that entire hike, throughout that 9 to 10 miles that we marched that first year, and every year, but that first year to me was so impactful because just seeing the support that we gave one another and just watching individual embraces, people brought to tears through sharing their stories and hugging one another, sweaty as fuck, wearing like shorts where your balls are hanging out, same man boobs against man boobs, plate carriers instead of like mags and frags having like, crazy perverted stuff or protein drinks or whatever. And I mean, just like this, I think I saw a couple of us kiss each other on the lips even, but just the support that we gave one another and the tears that were shed and the hugs that were given, the love that was given. Nobody knows us better than us. And I've seen a lot of heroic stuff. I've been lucky to be part of some amazing commands, some amazing groups, but that first Silky's hike will never leave my mind when it comes to just it takes a lot of courage to be able to show emotion and let yourself be vulnerable in front of other peers or other, folks, whether it's your age group or not. We have a problem as humans doing that, but seeing the releases that happen and the fact that folks let themselves be vulnerable took so much courage, but it just showed so much awesome connections with their brothers and sisters that it's like a continuous driving force when I think of stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
dude, the state commander for Florida was at that hike. I remember that. What was her name? Danny Hernandez. That's right. Oh my God. And I remember because you asked me or somebody asked me to do a prayer because I did a prayer before we all stepped off. And then I remember Ethan was there. I remember I was hugging some guy. They were like we were on the beach, and some guy was so sandy, and the sea foam was everywhere. It was a crazy day. That was one of the best hikes. That was truly. Is he frozen? He's frozen.
You froze him.
Damn it.
He's in the lobby again.
Rich,
He's back.
He's on twice.
He's
Twice
on.
is he's on twice. You
There he
good?
is.
Yeah. Don't know what happened there. Computer just
No,
went bonkers.
dude. I just remember. I remember. I'm this month. I'm 7 months sober, but I remember I was at your hike, and I had just.
You're more
I
than
had
7
just.
months.
Huh?
Did you say you're 7 months sober?
7 years.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say you're more than 7 months.
7 years, but I was only 7 months, I think, sober, or maybe a year sober, or 2 years sober, when I was at your hike.
Mhm.
And I remember I had one of these IW guys came up to me and he asked me, he's like, "Hey, you want a drink?" I was like, "No, but thanks, man." And he just totally forgot that I had stopped drinking. But that was the most fun I'd have in a long time. It was a long day. You had Mission Barbecue was for lunch, right?
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mission. Yep. Yeah, between Mission and our auxiliary, like we had a lot of just great support, and that's another thing, that I love folks to realize is like a lot of our organizations, like the V, like the Legion, we have some
The V.
amazing auxiliaries that run stuff. I mean, whether it's fundraising or working side by side with us with their programs.
Yeah.
I'm blessed to have a wife that's not only supportive of my stuff, and having me doing all this crazy shit, but she is in her own right a leader in the veteran community. She's just wrapped up her 3rd year as auxiliary president down at the Beaches Post. And she's the
Nice.
state youth program chairman this year for the state of Florida. So,
No way. Good for her. What's her name?
Christy,
Did I meet her?
you probably did down at the hike.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's.
Well, tell her hi, and I might be seeing you guys this weekend.
Yeah, I sure will. I
Yes,
sure
you will.
will.
Damn, man. Fleek, do you have any other questions? Do you have any saved rounds, sir?
I do not. Thanks
Rich,
for joining us today, Rich.
dude, thank you. I'm gonna post on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram. I don't think I follow Operation Uniform on Instagram, but I do on LinkedIn and Facebook. So
Yeah, we're definitely a lot more
um,
active on LinkedIn, just with the professional nature of what we do.
of course.
You'll see probably the most engagement from us on LinkedIn for Operation New Uniform. No, we are not the folks that help folks get new uniforms. We've had folks ask that question. No, we prepare you to, a lot of folks, and I'll kind of just give you a little bit of a flavor. One of the first things we get into, all right, a lot of folks that leave the service, when they take off the uniform, they're attaching their identity to the roles that they played in that uniform. One of the things that we get into their head right away is you, upon birth, were a 10. God created you in his image. You're a 10. And that never changed, no matter what role you played, what uniform you put on, how you fucked up, how you were, you failed. The most successful people in the world fail more than anybody else, but they keep going,
Yep.
So you're a 10, you rock, you bring something to the table that nobody else does.
Damn, that's a quote. That's a quote for your cookbook, Fleek. That's a good one.
Yes.
But Rich, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for coming on. Fleek, thanks for having him. Thanks for having me and having faith in me to support you and help you out.
It's been an honor, guys. I appreciate the invite to the show. You got a solid listener here. I listened to a couple of your shows here recently, and I'm like, man, I got some big shoes to fill as a guest. Holy shit! So,
hey, we interview Pogues, the pogiest of Pogues, and the operator of operators. Everybody in between. We want to hear all your stories. This is today. I saw this on Facebook. I even went onto another Facebook podcast and be like, hey, we've been doing this for 4 years. We want to hear your stories.
there you go.
And we don't even care. We're not competing against you. We just want to hear your story.
I love that you said that. Love that you said that, because that's the key. Operation New Uniform is just one of many groups that assist folks that are transitioning out into the corporate sphere. Onward to Opportunity is another great one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could go on with all the different ones that are out there, but for Special Forces guys, SOTF, SOTF, another great organization. So there's a lot of stuff out there. If I could tell anything to the folks that are active duty getting out, do your research and get with one of us or multiple of us. You can use a lot of us. Skill Bridge. You could use a lot of these programs together.
Marine for life. Yeah. Exactly.
Get it. Add these into your tool belt, into your ammo belt, as that civilian, as that corporate fella or young lady, and get yourself ready. That's what we're here for.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, Rich, thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, stick around for a second. I want to make sure you download. All right, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
See you guys.
Have a good weekend.